Hello, I'm Jeff Michael. Here is your CBS On The Go update. Now that the fire in Orange County is under control, local firefighters are going to be heading up north to help with the fires there. More than 300 personnel, nearly 100 fire vehicles are being reassigned. Some firefighters could be gone for up to 3 weeks at a time, but the fire threat is not over yet down here. So there's some concerns that Santa Ana winds could pick up again this weekend, and that means there will be plenty of firefighters staying behind just in case things flare up. LAUSD students got to see some history in action at the Pantages. 2,600 students and teachers from local schools were treated to a matinee performance of Hamilton. The students have been studying the life of Alexander Hamilton and the nation's founding fathers. Students even got to perform themselves an original work of art on the Hamilton stage. Students were able to interact with the cast during a special Q&A session just before the show. Now your CBS 2 travel forecast. Here's Craig Herrera.
Hey there, Jeff. Yeah, we got, some red flag warnings continue to be the story across southern and northern California. Meantime, you head up to the north into the Pacific Northwest, a very cold system in place there, bringing some snow to the northern Rockies up through the Cascades. You've got some scattered showers along the Appalachians. This will be Friday afternoon. Also some scattered showers and thunderstorms from Chicago all the way up into Toronto as well. Rather quiet across the southeast through Texas as that system continues to move up toward Minneapolis, leaving behind a little bit of snow over to Salt Lake City. Not a whole lot, but some. As you move in through Saturday and into Sunday, that system continues to track across into the Great Lakes region, bringing some scattered showers again. Toronto all the way down to Chicago, St. Louis, even down into Dallas and right into El Paso as you see the southern end of New Mexico there. The Southern California continues with those hot conditions, hot, dry conditions, in fact. Burbank at about 84 degrees, a little breezy. The wind out of the northeast drying things out, bringing humidity down into the teens. Rather dry for Las Vegas, 83 for a high there. Still smoky conditions in San Francisco, 68 rather for downtown. Palm Springs drops to about 93, San Diego 73, and Jeff, downtown Los Angeles sits at about 80 degrees. Back to you.
All right, Craig, thanks very much. When it comes to getting homeless people off the streets, you might assume the only tool police have is handcuffs. But officers in the LAPD's Harbor Division, they see it a little differently. CBS 2's Rachel Kim has the story.
There's one less person living on the streets of San Pedro tonight. 27-year-old Michael Walker called the streets his home, and the LAPD became all too familiar with him.
He's got narcotics addiction, mental illness, and severe substance abuse. He's been in and out of jail the better part of 10 years.
But during his last arrest, officers from LAPD's Harbor Division decided enough was enough, that the streets nor jail was the place for Michael. So they contacted the city attorney's office.
We put our heads together and looked to see how we could break this cycle for Michael, because he was not going to be able to do it on his own.
They found his mother, Linda, in Chicago. She desperately wanted to see her son, who she had lost contact with because of his drug addiction and mental illness. The LAPD and city officials worked to reunite them. Michael was willing, and the moment came Wednesday night.
How do you feel being able to get off the streets and to go live with your mom again?
I feel good.
Minutes later, a reunion after 10 long years. Officers watched and were touched, reminded of the rewards of their work and the work that still needs to be done.
The police are always called when there's a crisis, and we don't want to have to deal with the same individuals over and over again. We would much rather them be able to get a more permanent solution.
Michael and Linda headed out to Chicago, where he'll be getting the help he's needed for so long.
I would hope that if we had anybody in my family, in a friend's family, that anybody would take that extra effort to try to help.
Rachel Kim, CBS 2 News.
Your CBS On The Go Sports, the rematch is set. The Dodgers open the National League Championship Series tomorrow against the Chicago Cubs at Dodger Stadium. There's Kershaw warming up. The Dodgers have reached the NLCS in 5 of the last 10 seasons. Falling short, though, of the World Series each and every time, but this group hopes this time it's going to be different. First pitch, 5:08 tomorrow at the Ravine. And that's your CBS On The Go update. I'm Jeff Michael. Remember, we're always on CBSLA.com. Be sure to watch us on CBS 2 News at 5, 6, and 11 p.m.